guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys have probably already heard, San Diego State University released the other day that the majority of classes are going to be moved online, and that news is really heartbreaking and so sad. And I know for incoming freshmen especially, it is so sad to hear that news because your freshman year of college is so exciting and it is hands down one of the best years of your whole entire life, and to have that be taken away from you is really sad. And the other day in my Instagram DMs, an incoming freshman reached out to me and was telling me that online orientation will be a thing for incoming freshmen at San Diego State University, and that it's $180 and that parents can also pay to go to it. And she was just asking me about it and asked if I could make a video, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, of course, because I want to be as helpful as I can and provide you guys with as much information as I have and like tell my experience. I just want to make the best out of a sucky situation, and I know this is what no one wants. Like, I'm going into my junior year and I'm so sad to like not be going back in the fall, and it breaks my heart because college is like the 4 best years of your life, and to have it taken away, obviously for reasonable circumstances and everything, it sucks. So this video is just going to be about freshman orientation at San Diego State University. I'm just gonna go over like the whole orientation like process and what happened at it, and I'm also just going to show you guys how to register for classes because that is something that you learned at orientation. So yeah, when the girl told me that SDSU is charging $180 for orientation that is online for an online fall semester, she asked if I like think it was worth it, and I'm just gonna straight up say I don't think it's worth it paying $180 to go to an online orientation and not even have in-person classes in the fall. For me, the most memorable part of orientation was the people that I met through orientation, and when that factor is taken away from it, I don't really think it's worth it at all. At my orientation, met a group of like 5 people that like I would still call my friends to this day. Like, we follow each other on Instagram, we'll see each other at parties, we'll talk, whatever. I'll see them on campus and we'll say hi to one another. And for me, that was like the best thing I could have asked for. It just made me feel so comfortable going into school, and it like gave me these people that I knew like I like could text and hang out with and talk to about San Diego State, and like I had classes with those kids, like we scheduled them together, and it was just so fun. And that was just all I wanted out of orientation, was to like make friends out of it, and I did. And through an online orientation, I don't really know the way they're going about it, but I just don't think it's the same. And if you're not in person meeting these people, I just would not pay the $180. And of course, like if you want to pay that money, like sure, go ahead. Like if it gives you extra comfort or like extra information that you just need and feel like anxious without, then sure, go ahead, do it. But I really don't think it's necessary. At orientation, basically what happens is they break you up within your schools. So you have like School of Education, like the science schools, like business school and all of that. And then you go into like little breakout sessions and lecture halls, and they just give you lectures. Like literally the whole day is just filled with lectures. For me personally, I thought all the lectures were just really boring. They were filled with stuff that you could read online or just read in your own time, and half of it like went in one ear and out the other. I was kind of just like sitting there talking with my friends that I made. And so they just kind of give you like packets and paper with information of like requirements needed to graduate and all this other stuff, but you can find it online. Like if you're in, for example, the Fowler College of Business, if you need information, like you can contact one of your advisors, or you can just go to the website for that school and find all the information. So like, yes, they do print all this stuff out for you and give you these talks and lectures from like the deans of your school and stuff like that, but it really isn't that necessary. You can go online and find all of that information, and I just don't think it's worth the $180 online to go to. While making this video, was trying to think about, oh, what did like I learn in orientation? And I texted my friends to like ask them, like, do you guys even remember orientation? Literally, that's me being like, what else is there to say? Because orientation I just didn't think was helpful. At orientation, usually in person, they helped you schedule classes, and at the way end of the day is when you went into the library and you kind of just sat down at the computers, and there was people there to help you if you didn't know how to register for classes. So this is how you register for classes. I'm just gonna go show you. You're gonna log on to Sunspot at sdsu.edu, and you go and log in. Okay, so once you're into Sunspot, you're just gonna go into undergrad and then go to my class schedule. Once you're in the undergrad, you go to fall 2020, you hit update, and this will bring you to the page on your portal where you can schedule all of your classes for the fall. If you want to start planning it before your registration time, so that once it hits your registration time, you can just go in and hit add class, add class, add class. You can just go through like core subjects. Let's say you want to take, okay, let's say a BA class. I don't even know, but whatever you want to take. And you can just go down here and hit plan. And when you hit plan, it's gonna add it to your planner. So that doesn't mean you're in the class yet. You still have to go in at your registration time and hit add class. But when you plan out your classes, it kind of just gives you the format of the style you want or the teachers you want if you go on and use Rate My Professor. Super duper helpful to plan your classes, but also if you do have a late registration date, the classes that you could have planned like 3 weeks prior could be all filled and all taken. So you just have to like kind of go on and like check to see, okay, are my classes taken yet? Are there waitlist for it yet and whatnot? But when you go to my planner then, it will say like, okay, these are the classes that you're planning on taking. Then once you're in your planner and you're going at your registration time, you just right there hit add and it will add it to your schedule. So if you plan it out, that's how you add your classes. If not, what you can do is just go to add class, and down here where it says enter your schedule number, every single class, as you can see here, has a schedule number, and you would just type it into there. But let's say you're just like finding a class on the spot, you're just like, okay, let's go take a chem class. The schedule numbers that you would type in to add the class to your schedule are found right here where it says schedule number, and you just type that in and it adds your classes. Once you have all your classes planned, you can go to timeable view just to get like a vision of what it will look like once all your classes are in, and it will pull it up. Oh my gosh, okay, not my planner, not my waitlist. And that will show what all your classes look like. And so that's just kind of how you like schedule all of your classes. If you have any more questions, I'm literally more than glad to help out. Like I help plan my friends' schedules and stuff because I really like planning and scheduling classes. My two like tips for scheduling classes whenever you guys do have your registration times is to go in as soon as you can register, because classes do fill up really, really fast, and to plan it out before because it'll just make it less stressful once your time hits to go on and register. Okay, a lot of y'all may be like, okay, I don't even know what classes I have to take. Like, what? You can contact your advisors to help you out. I know they have like Zoom conferences and stuff like that. As a little just like outline that the school makes you for each major that you're in, you have something called My Map. And My Map is just like a general basic outline that everyone in that major is given, and it doesn't really take into account like your credit. So you go into MindTap and you just select your major. So just gonna insert, I'm a marketing major and I was in the honors college. I'm just gonna insert what my schedule looked like here. This was kind of like a basic schedule that I found that a lot of my marketing friends have. If this helps you out in any way, like, yay, I'm glad. That's really all I have to say about scheduling classes. I don't know if I'm just being really simple and basic in my response because I think it's so easy, but like if you don't go to the online registration, I don't know if they're gonna help you like in a Zoom call throughout that, but if you don't, that's kind of just how you go about it. And if you have any questions, please ask. I'm so sorry if my explanation was really, really bad. What else did they do at orientation? I need to go to my text with my friends where I asked them. Oh, at orientation we had lunch. That was fun. Yeah, so you're not missing out on that. Also, I don't know if there was campus tours, if they walked you around a little bit. I don't really think so. I think you kind of just had to do that by yourself. So I have a campus tour video here if you just want to watch that. I made that before I left because I felt so bad that people couldn't go into our campus. But what else happened at orientation? They literally kind of just give you your course catalog, and your course catalog you can find on their websites and everything. Okay, literally my one friend, I asked her like, oh guys, do you remember orientation? And she just said, I don't really remember either. But yeah, basically they just have you like go over your course catalog, which is something you can do by yourself. Like all the information is online, and I just kind of just wanted to like come on here and make this video to say like, if you don't want to spend the $180, which I think is ridiculous, to go for an online orientation for an online fall semester, then I like just want to give you the confidence that you don't have to. All the information can be found online, and if you need help, like advisors are there to help you out. Something just in general I would recommend for freshmen is to use Rate My Professors just to see how the professors are and their ratings. I also know that SDSU is like implementing like SDSU Flex, SDSU Flex, I want to say it's called. I don't really know. So who knows what their whole online process is going to be in the fall. I know this past spring it just transitioned to Zoom or just like pre-recorded lectures from the teachers. And I know it's just like a really unfortunate situation for y'all to have your freshman like fall semester taken away from you and placed online. But like, good for you for sticking around to go to San Diego State. It is truly an incredible place. I'm really happy that y'all eventually will get to go on campus and experience like college life and campus life and all of that. And I obviously don't know what's going on in that online orientation. I just know that this girl and people have been asking me about it and just like my experience at it. And all I gotta say is if you don't want to spend the money, you are not gonna fail college. You're not gonna be missing out on all this incredibly important information. Everything can be found online. It honestly will just save you a day of listening to people talk about lectures and stuff. I know I went to orientation 2 years ago, but I learned like nothing memorable that stuck with me the whole entire time. The only thing I did gain out of it was friends, but I know that's like taken away from y'all in this experience online. But it will be okay, and eventually we'll all be able to go back to state and the campus. And I hope this helped in any way. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I'm more than welcome to help. You can comment on any of the videos or also just DM me on Instagram and I will answer them. So yeah, I know this news is unfortunate and sucky and sad, but we will all get through it. And then we'll be back at Ridge State and we'll have the time of our lives, and it's gonna be so much fun. So as always, go Aztecs. So obviously I threw out all my stuff from orientation, but my mom just gave me these. So these are kind of the packets. I know it's from 2018, so it's 2 years ago, so it's a bit outdated, but I thought I would just go through them. You have a welcome to the SDSU fam. So that's one pamphlet. Honestly, I think your life can go without that. They had a meeting, like a breakout session for the honors college. I know you're like already in it, so it's just like, it kind of just gives the requirements, benefits, and that stuff. If you have additional questions about the honors college, you can ask me because I'm in it. This is just about like places for parents to stay and things for parents to do. Obviously that can all be found in a Google search, blah, blah, blah. All of this stuff, just, yeah, like pay your tuition, do that, and get your shot. This was just kind of about dorms and how there are different residential learning communities. That's basically just if you have a certain hobby or you're in the honors college or you like are a part of a community like nursing, you can choose to live in housing where all the people that have that same interest kind of live together. Okay, I literally filmed this like an hour ago, but I do just want to reiterate like the fact that they do give you so much information, and I guess you could say the information is valuable, but like for a person like me where I already did so much research going into San Diego State and I was always online and I was always watching videos and stuff, I just kind of personally didn't find it helpful. But they do give you just so many packets, like all the ones that my mom saved, but all the information can be found online. I just want to reiterate that. Yeah.